This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You will find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. People are interested in changes, city infrastructure changes in New York City. Stay tuned. I'm going to give a visual tour of transit improvement. Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, Penn Station. So people familiar with the Penn Station are probably aware the tracks run east and west. So even though Manhattan, most of the trains, the subways run north and south, in Manhattan, the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, those trains run east and west. So if anyone were to come in from New Jersey, before this infrastructure improvement was made, one might notice, I'm one of them, that the docks start way before you get off the train. You feel like you're in the train station, but the train keeps going. Well, it's that area that's been expanded into what I'm about to show you. I'm also going to talk through Ubereats as I do this. So right now I am underneath the A, C, and E train, and it probably can't be seen. I'm looking at an A, C, and E sign over there, but I don't think it can be seen. So listeners who are familiar with Penn Station, if you come out of Penn Station, this is one of the main, through the Long Island Railroad corridor. That man right there is going up the stairs. He's going up to the A train platform. This is one of the unusual stops on the whole system where the express trains have one dock and the local trains have the outside docks. So you can transfer from downtown to uptown on express trains from the same dock. This is perhaps the only station I know of that does that. So now I'm going into the new area. This for a long time was just a construction wall. I had no idea what was happening here. And on the other side of this, I'm sort of near 8th Avenue right now, probably under 8th Avenue, but on 9th Avenue, which is where I passed this building many times. This is the old post office. The post office is still functioning on top of me. The post office has not changed. But this is this like mezzanine level that was here, and now it's become very useful. So here I'm in this new space, track 20 and 21. You can access track 20 and 21 from Penn Station the same way you used to. But now, because these docks extend so far west, there's an additional access. So there's a very cool lighted mural on the far side. So I'm going to go to that. As I walk, I'm going to do Ubereats. Listeners, the only thing significant, I'm into this city. I only had about 2 hours. By the time I got online, I knew I needed to be offline in about 2.5 hours. I got one delivery really fast. A young millennial woman who was rude, and of course she didn't tip. I think I'm up to 20 consecutive Uber trips without an on-app tip. I've gotten a few cash tips, but no app tips now for like 20 deliveries. And when I called her, I call routinely. This was on the outside of my range. I'm a bicyclist. It's in the outside of my range. And the restaurant was slow. I waited for the food. So this was one of the occasions of many that I call. And she said, "Can you tell me why you're calling?" First of all, she corrected her pronunciation of her name. I said Carl. I said, "I have food for Carl. Are you familiar with this?" It's Cal. And then I told her I'm an Uber bicyclist. I'm on my way. Food is just fresh out of the kitchen. It's in an insulated bag, and I'll be there in about 15 minutes. "Can you tell me why you're calling?" It sounded like she was curious for an answer, but she wasn't. She didn't wait for an answer. She just kept talking and then hung up. Really, really rude. You know, and I've got her food. So this is a mural I wanted to show. And it's just totally cool. And those scenes there, if you look through the people, I recognize, I think over there is, Let's see, does it change? I think that's the East River. And I think this over here. This is a window through some New York scene, but the scene is changing. I look at some things that are familiar, and then I think I'm going to get it. But as these people walk, it changes. I think if you follow one person, it stays with the same background. Now this, here we go, Central Manhattan. Isn't that cool? So this is Central Park. This is probably from 57th Street, looking north. Very cool. So anyways, right now, if I were to go this way, up these stairs, I would come out on the north. I would come out on the southeast corner of the old post office, right there where that man's going. So anyways, this is the new New Jersey Transit Long Island Railroad access to the trains. Same trains, same system, same Penn Station. Now there's just this new access. It's got Wi-Fi. It's absolutely awesome. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you'd type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty and a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao. So I'm going to follow. I'm going to do this a couple of people. I wish I could find a big person. Where's a fat person when I need one? Okay, here's a taller man anyways. So I will follow him. This is just the coolest thing. Here we go. Now this woman has, oh, that's sky behind her. That's why. And what is that? She's got water. It looks like she's maybe along the reservoir. Ciao.